Alright, for breakfast we're going to go ahead, we're going to have our muesli, which is 100 grams. We add 100 grams of water. We're going to do the cherry drink, our baby sick. I guess maybe we'll do this. I haven't quite decided yet. I might just go ahead and save this for later. We'll do a cup of coffee. Use some matches just in case we need them to light our little sterno stove. Our gum. Water purification tablets in case we have to boil some water, and some peanuts for the protein. So let's get this started. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and prepare our muesli. Like I said, there's 100 grams of muesli. You put 100 grams of water in your package. So look inside, it's oats. It has skim milk powder, pumpkin seeds, brown sugar, rye flakes, whey powder, and apple pieces. So let's go ahead and take our 100 ml of water, and I am going to use my tried and true chopstick. Get down there in those corners, draw all that yummy goodness out. Alright, and then it says go ahead and wait about a minute for it to all soak in. So, okay, while that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and do the drinks. First thing, we're going to do the sweet cherry. It calls for 375 ml of water. It's about 8 to 10 ounces, right around in there. 9 ounces, thereabouts. Take the provided spoon, a nice little swirl. And we'll take some hot water for our coffee. Maybe just a dash more. Alright, the Nescafe instant coffee. Sugar. Well, I got that everywhere, didn't I? It's talent, people. Pure talent. And our creamer. Give that a good stir. Alright, drinks are ready. Let's get everything plated. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll take a look at our muesli again. It's thickened up rather nicely. Remember, it's got pumpkin seeds in here, so you're going to see some green seeds. Those are the pumpkin seeds. And we'll pour some out on our plate. And that's probably just, I don't know, a small handful. You can tell there's still a ton left in there. Then the salted peanuts. And the reason I would probably do these in the morning is they're just chock full of protein. They would help get you going. They also have some of them good fatty amino acids, and they have some good salt content to help you with any dehydration. Man, having problems speaking. And we'll go ahead and open up this little fruit bar with pears. And it's just pretty much a really condensed, you have something on there. Pretty neat. Compressed chunk of like pear. And the last thing that we have, of course, we have our baby stick, but we'll open that in a second. And then we have the dental gum. And 2 of those. Alright, so let's go ahead and give it a try. Yes, this is cold muesli. I know it's a novelty. So here we go. Here's another look. Sorry, trying not to talk with my mouth full. So that's pretty pleasant, and there you are right. It does taste better with cold water as opposed to turning it into like an oatmeal. These are salted peanuts. I think that's an understatement. These are incredibly salted peanuts. So it might be best not to throw a whole handful in your mouth at one time. Okay, now this, what is this? Fruit bar with pear. Like I said, it's really flexible. It's not real chewy at all. It wasn't what I was expecting it was going to be. So it just, when you bite into it, it just kind of it's kind of hard to explain. It just kind of folds away, like it evaporates. It doesn't, it comes apart easily. Maybe that's the correct word. Well, let's wash some of that down with our good old Nescafe coffee. Oh man, and that water's super hot. So we're going to let that sit there for a little while and chill out. We're going to do our apple and cherry baby stick. Who designs the combinations for these fruit flavors? I know this is really designed for kids, and we've adopted them for hydration and all, but whoever that was, man, their parents must have really did a number on them growing up, like making them eat raw pumpkins or something. I don't know. So this must be payback for all you kids for someone's bad childhood. Yeah, and like I thought, apple and cherry don't mix, at least not for my palate. So, And lastly, we will try our super cherry drink. Pretty good. Those kind of drinks, these, I guess they're German. These ones probably have the most amount of flavor out of any kind of ration drink that I've had. So these guys do a really good job. So, all right, so that is breakfast. Let's go ahead and work on lunch. Oops, sorry everybody, forgot my dental gum. Now lunch. All right, and this is probably what I would go ahead and do for lunch. I would do my tomato pasta salad, my biscuits browns. With my biscuits, I would also have my peanut butter and jelly. Have a cup of tea, probably for my lunch. And I would decide which one of these sports drinks I wanted. Do I want the tropical, or do I want the sports drink that has the extra electrolytes? And of course, my dental gum. So let's go ahead and get this all prepped. Okay, the entree is ready. Let's go ahead and mix our drink real quick, and then we'll go ahead and plate and chow. Okay, I decided to go ahead and go with the apple, because this glass holds about 12 ounces tops, and this one requires 500 mil of water, which is a half a liter, which won't fit in here. So let me take my 360 75 ml of water, and that's more like about 10 ounces instead of 8, like I had stated earlier. Quick little pull tab. Ooh, man, check that out. Almost went on the blooper reel. And we'll grab our spoon again. Voila. I'm also going to go ahead and save the tea for lunch, so when I have tea time. Alright, okay, now we're ready to go ahead and start plating. I've got my tuna pasta, and it's pretty toasty. We'll go ahead and use our pull tabs. Wow, that actually looks pretty nice. So we'll squeeze some of that out of there. It's like rigatoni, spiraled pasta. It's got a really nice smell to it. Let me just give you a quick look right now. Man, the only thing this would need is like some red pepper, Mrs. Dash's red pepper or something like that, or some of the garlic stuff. Man, that'd be spot on. All right, so this is the tomato and pasta salad. Let's check out our biscuits browns. And these look like they've kind of fared the weather, but overall they're still in some pretty decent shape. Actually not too bad. So a little cross section for you. Man, that's such a good tip. Gentleman who told me that. Look at me, I got stuff on my fingers. So, yeah. They're nice and dense. It's got some grains in there too, so those will be nice and tasty. Figure we'll go ahead and put some of our jam and peanut butter on them as well. Let's give this a nice little mix. Oops. Just a little bit of peanut butter. Alright. And let's give our jam. I always mix this stuff just in case, because sometimes some things settle on one end and not on the other. Nice slight tear. Alright, so now we got different types we can use. We've got the peanut butter and jelly biscuits brown. We'll try one plain, and we'll try one with a little bit of that. Let's go ahead and open it up. The only thing I don't really see on here is a ton of protein, so I figured this is the middle of the day and you've been out pumping the boonies, as it were. You might want to go ahead and get some extra proteins and some fats in your system. This might be a good opportunity. Also, it has pretty good salt content to it, because it's one of the preservatives of the stuff. In fact, let me see how much sodium is in here. Actually, not that much, only 2.9 grams per serving. And each serving's 100 grams. And, not bad. This 50 gram container. So alright, well, we got this. We have our dental gum, which we'll go ahead and break into soon. Another thing I like to go ahead and break into are the boiled sweets, because I'm quite sure we probably would have been snacking on these throughout the day. In between meals, it's probably their design use. And these are all the cherry flavor. So we'll bust one of these out too. Pretty much look like Lifesavers, but out a hole. So no complaints with me there. Alright, let's go ahead and start sampling. This is the tomato pasta. Looks pretty darn good. That is really tasty. Like I said, I kind of have a spicy palate. So for me, it'd be nice if we went ahead and had some more zing to it. Some red pepper. Something like that. Alright, now we're back. Let's go ahead and try the beef jerky. It's pretty thin. Probably, it's definitely lightweight. It's got a nice chewy texture to it. So, and there's not really like an aftertaste. That's real pleasant. Some beef jerkies you get just seem to stay with you forever. So, all right. Well, I'm kind of excited about this. The peanut butter and jelly, or PBJC, peanut butter and jelly biscuits, brown or cracker. That's good to go. If you're out in the field, you can survive off of these. These are wonderful. You get your protein, a little bit of your starches and your carbohydrates, and your sugars. So there you go. That's real good. All right, now the real deal. Just plain. The nice thing is with these crackers is you don't have to really try to bite through it. It's not that it's soft. It kind of like has like a consistency of like a Triscuit sort of thing. You bite into it and it kind of crumbles apart and it's easy to chew. It's not like eating a brick of like one of the special biscuits. So that is a definite plus. So what else do we have for lunch? Oh, one thing I said is put a little of this on the cracker. If it wants to come off, it's fighting. And you can see the spices in there. They really kind of pop out. It's very fragrant, very tomatoey. So right on, that's really, really good. Let me just try our apple drink, and that's what this is, apple. Oh wow, man, when they say it was apple, they're not screwing around. This could probably do 400, maybe 450 milliliters of water to if you didn't want it so appley. I know it's apple drink, but if you wanted to mellow it out a little bit, just add more water. 375 mil, man, it lets you know. I mean, it's not quite cider, but man, it's to the point. And then lastly, the dental gum, which I showed you on the breakfast. So this is lunch. Let's use our hygienic napkin, our sanitary antibacterial towel, clean up, and let's get ready for dinner.